All right, hello, hello. Let me know if the sound is okay. I do have the boy on me today, for a couple minutes at least. Melissa is not back yet. She slept late, so. Anyway, so yeah, well, there won't be tickets today for some reason. I don't know if Twitch is having issues signing in or whatever. But when I try to log into Stream Elements, for some reason it is not allowing me to log. It's like, oh, your username is incorrect. I'm like, huh? So I think they're having some type of an issue with logins or something. So obviously the Twitch channel is working because it is live under the correct name. To just say that it cannot find that name is kind of funny. So I think they're having issues. So we'll have to carry the tickets over till tomorrow. You can just give Ernest an I-50 as a consolation prize. Ernest is already. Maybe that's why it didn't. It found hacks in the system. Maybe that's what it was. But yeah, so the tickets are not going to work today. But yeah, so if you hear baby noises, yes, there's a baby on my lap right now. Buddy is doing fine. I got all the kids today, right? I got all the kids. I had Jin for the first one. Melissa supposedly was up late last night, or I guess Kip ate a lot last night or something. I don't know. She was knocked out, so Jin is going to school like an hour late this morning. So I had to wait for a little bit. Anyway, all kinds of stuff going on. Actually, this just came out a little while ago. The official statement that the United States will reposition its soldier in Europe farther east. Yeah, I would say that if you think about Europe in general, there's not much of a threat from the West, right? So unless the sea people are coming out into France, I don't think it's necessarily as important to have our soldiers there, right? Just in general, just common sense speaking. And yeah, but basically talking about how we're not going to deploy. We're going to deploy them. We're moving them east. We're deploying more of them. But they said that we won't fight in the Ukraine, right? The move is temporary, right? It's like, why would you temporarily move them for what, right? But then this one right here, I thought is interesting. The U.S. is in negotiations with China, Japan, and India about delivering gas to Europe to protect against shortages amid tensions. So now, again, when they're saying this, I didn't read into it more. I literally just saw it. I don't know if this is gas for fuel or gas for heat, right? Because it could be natural gas or it could be petroleum. I think either is fine. Natural gas, obviously, being up 12% today, kind of. I think I'd be really really surprised if it was supplying them with gas, like petrol. I think it's probably more natural gas because we got so much of it. You thought the Carol would just come in here, win on her first shot, and there'd be no consequence. I know exactly, Ernest. Right? Exactly. So it was. It broke. Carol came in, used all her luck in the first one, and that was it. Yeah. No, but it's weird. Like we can't find that username and the email. I'm like, really? Because I have emails from you, so I know I'm in the system. I know you haven't banned the channel, so I know it's all Carol's fault. Carol's here one day and it breaks. No, it's just probably a standard. Occasionally these things happen. You get service. You have these like service providers. They just attack everything. So if you really want to attack the United States, you either mess with our internet grid or our ISP system. That's the best way to troll the United States, right? Nobody cares if you steal the secrets of DuPont, right? You can have the toilet paper recipe and the chemicals. I'll say, but God forbid you touch our internet service providers. That's it. War, everybody, war. Yeah, Biden approves the deployment. Oh, here we go. This is the next one that just came out 8 minutes ago. Biden approves the deployment of 2,000 troops from the U.S. to Poland and Germany, and then 1,000 troops are already in Europe to reposition to Romania. It sounds weird when you're like, oh, we're going to Poland, right? We're going to Germany, going to Romania. We are literally forming a border. So yeah. Just think, if we had those troops in Afghanistan, they could have just slid the troops over from Afghanistan. They were already over there. But no, we got to send more people over. But Russia does not want war, guys. Russia said war would be bad. Nobody would win from that. Why are you escalating? Now, I can't wait to see Russia's response. So Russia's response is going to be that the United States is pushing them to war. Guarantee it right now. That's what it's going to say. The prognosticator of prognosticators, right? By the way, that little groundhog saw a shadow, so we got 6 more weeks of winter. I heard Texas is getting a foot of snow. I'm just kidding. I know you guys in Texas would cry if you were getting a foot of snow, but yeah. Todd's like, yeah, I'm under half a foot of snow. My dog's only half a foot tall, so I don't know what I'm going to do today. So that was his big thing this morning. But yeah, so A lot of news. Employment. We saw that euro area inflation at record levels. So again, a lot of tomorrow could be a big bang with some rising interest rates or statements about big rising interest rates. The ADP number had a complete flop. Um, Even more reason, yesterday we saw that the Biden economic team was warning people that the numbers were going to be bad. And my question is, well, how do they know that? And why are they publicly talking about telling people the data before it's released? And how many people in government were able to see that? Did Mr. Pelosi make a trade yesterday based off of that number? Again, this is why I am full on board. If the Fed members are excluded from trading, anybody in government should be excluded from trading. The same way anybody in financial services is excluded from trading because of insider trading concerns. You work for the government, you're not allowed to trade the market. That's the penalty, right? So, it's like the wag the dog save. Yeah, probably. Eki, you're probably correct on that one. But yeah, so according to Biden's economic team yesterday, they told everybody the numbers were going to be bad. Like, what's the point of having if you're just going to publicly tell everybody ahead of time? So, and it was bad. Now again, ADP numbers are not the biggest numbers. Last time they were 807, and the actual the true non-farm numbers came in much less. So this is kind of this ADP number is, I wouldn't say it's quite as sus, right? I'm going to use a trendy word, sus, right, as the API oil inventory report, because that's an industry specific report. But API is just, or ADP is just private sector, and it's not even all the private sector. So, it's kind of, take it for what it's worth. Take it for what it's worth, And like I said, why do they need and this is the other thing. If ADP is the one that's processing the payrolls, they would know the true number because they hit a button. They know exactly how many checks they printed, right? I mean, they are responsible for paying employers taxes. Trust me, I used to work for ADP. It was my first job out of college. They don't mess things up, and this was 20 something years ago. I highly doubt they've advanced this for and no screwing this one up. They know the exact number of people in employment, that new employees. If they have to adjust it this much, it says one thing, that they're guesstimating this, that the numbers are not, a little fugazi action going in there, right? So anyway, 10:30 this morning, I got to get off my soapbox. I'm still mad about the Whoopi Goldberg thing. I told Todd. Yeah, we didn't get into that on the stream, but I'm mad. I don't understand how we're in an environment that if somebody makes a comment from 30 years ago, they are removed from their job, yet Whoopi can make fun of not make fun of, but make a highly inappropriate comments about something as serious as the Holocaust and gets a 2-week timeout. Sorry, I'm not in this unfollow her. Can't I'm not about the cancel culture, but I do believe that if you have a job in something like The View, right, you need to be better and set an example. That inappropriate comments and things of that nature, you should be removed of your position. Um, but again, she gets a 2-week slap on the wrist, where many other broadcasters of things out there have gotten 6 months, been relieved of their jobs. It just shows you that equality isn't actually equality, guys. And like I said, I'm not even Jewish, so it's the Holocaust did not affect me directly, but I feel like that's just, yeah, she should be gone. She should lose her position. Now, am I saying don't watch her movies or don't do anything else? No, but there needs to be repercussions. There needs to be repercussions when someone makes such highly inappropriate comments. And like I said, I still like Joe Rogan. He made inappropriate comments that were wrong. He apologized, but there was a lot more drama for Joe Rogan than there was Whoopi, in my opinion. So, oh, Whoopi said, I'll let you look it up, but yeah, Whoopi made some comments about the Holocaust and not fully understanding it, and then when she was challenged on it, like as she should have been, she doubled down on the comment. Yeah, look it up. It was. I'm not, I told Todd, I'm like, I'm not even Jewish, and I'm offended. So it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. But anyway, today, oil inventories at 10:30 this morning, and then we have Macklin speaking at 3. I think Macklin's going to jump in on. We got OPEC going, crude oil inventories that are already supposed to be down. The API number obviously was a miss, right? It was expected to be a surplus and came in the exact opposite. We had a down draw. So again, that's already adding to oil. Oil up at 88. I mean, oil's cranking. I told you, again, parabolic move, look for the retracement. We got it. And now the U.S. trader is coming in. So we'll see kind of it levels out and hits 90. But I think 90 has got to be on the radar today. And I do think we get up there. Oh, I guess I'm going to keep the boy for a while. The boy is good, but Melissa just shut the door behind me. So, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Tomorrow morning, early before we meet, I think that you got to pay attention to all this pound stuff. It's expected to raise a quarter of a point. It's already kind of baked into the system at this point. We probably, if we see it continue to push down a little bit, and right now it's not really pushing down. It's still up, but the dollar's retracing back again. Um, I, they're going to race, and I think there'll be a pop from it, but it'll be a nice little news kind of surprise. It's not going to be a long term trend change based off of that data because it's already expected to change, so it's already in. I do think, though, I would not be surprised. And again, I don't expect the EU to raise anything, but I do expect them to say when they're going to, and the market should adjust immediately from it. So I am looking for, again, the market's been adjusting all week with euro strength. I do think if they give us some concrete details, I think they tell us where the raise is coming or when it's coming. I don't think they're going to raise. If they say they are not raising or they're going to hold off on raising until the Ukraine situation is figured out, I do think that that will be a very short, that'll be a sell signal for the euro. But again, I want to see what the pre market news looks like, to be able to trade that one. But again, it will be early morning. It'll be before we're on tomorrow. Some hot coffee. So I do want to see that. And then again, we're followed up by services, but we'll speak from now till then. So a lot in the next 24 hours. And again, because of this, right? Because of this, we are absolutely going to see a response from Russia. They are absolutely going to say something. Maybe it's like, hey, listen, if we're going across the border, we should do it before the U.S. gets there. I don't know. Maybe that's their play. Who knows? Um, I don't think that works out well for anybody. But yeah, the fact that we are at the stage now where we do have to send, it's kind of like, are we getting nowhere? Like, what do the discussions sound like? I know Russia's like, you guys are ignoring us. I just feel like even though they're at the UN right now, the Security Council, and Russia's pissed that they're doing this and this and this and this. If we're at that stage and you're like, yep, we're going to send more troops, they're obviously hearing something that we don't know about. It kind of goes back to, are you really sharing everything with us? Right? Why are we, a month into this and now you're sending, we're sending more troops? And another thing too, we got plenty. We definitely have troops over there already. If something happened, how long would it take us to get more troops there? Right? I mean, if you think about it, I mean, like if it did come to war, right? How many? I mean, how much? Think about how many assets are already over there or in close proximity. How many people could we send in from ships? I mean, how long does it take to put, get on an airplane and fly over there? Right? We could be there within hours, right? Like, do we think that Russia's going to pull a blitzkrieg and roll all the way through to Germany? I feel like no, I feel like there's enough resistance and enough, enough people there. Like, I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is one of those inflammatory things. Like, we're gonna make an official documentation. We're going, guys. Like, oh no, it's kind of weird. So I don't know. I guess war, and again, maybe it's because war is great for presidents, right? Maybe it's because war is great for presidents, but you know, he wants to take a strong stand since he's not doing well and everything else. So I don't know. All right, so let's dive into the chart. So 24 hours is really not a lot. You can see pound yen, euro pound basically flat. Aussie dollar up a little bit, right? Dollar CAD down a little bit. Again, we talked about that CAD strength rolling back in. Dollar Swiss continuing to get some strength in there, still down. Dollar yen also down again, a little bit riskier to play. And then European and pound strength on both of them. All right. Let's dive right into charts. Let's pull here. Let's go right into. We'll start with currencies. Good. Yesterday we talked about a level here. Again, this would be the first level of buyers coming in, and that's kind of what we hit. Right, that's 71.52. Looking for this to push back down. So we were looking for a break in the Aussie late last night. Here, let's put this back over. We were looking for a break of this level, and you can see it did. It hit it. It pushed down. It hit it again. Pushed down again. This was yesterday afternoon, and then it came up. So we did enough grinding. Whenever you see this type of basing, you got to get out of the trade, right? We ended up coming through the top side and pulling a Harry Potter out the top. It came up. It based and actually gave an entry here. If not, it gave you an entry here. If not, it gave an entry here and then gave you the 1 to 3 all the way up to the 61.8 target. So, ended up needing a reversal. Again, like I said, should have got stopped out of break even for this Aussie dollar based trade. And then you should have taken the opposite side of it. Because again, we knew we had the racetrack scenario. We drew the black line on where the target would be of where, safe would be. And that's exactly what it bounced off of yesterday. So we can remove this alert now. Take that off. I'm going to delete this one, but we are going to leave this zone on there because it came back and touched it twice. It could be the potential drop to the downside, although I don't like this area as much. So right now, what I'm going to do is, do I want to leave that one on? Hmm. What I want to do now is I want to kind of take fibs from the opposite side and see where the 50's popping up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. There is a small level at the 50. I don't love it, but right now, if we start to reverse, I do like the fact that the 61.8 is a level that we have drawn. It's three touches, but it barely breached. I mean, it literally tagged the top and then rotated out of it very, very fast. So kind of, I don't want to get it, too confusing in here with the two different fibs on it. But again, in trying to use it to figure out which levels are going to be the highest quality, there is one at the 50, but I think the one at the 61.8 would be a much better entry on this one. If, again, target on these shorts, but um, kind of I'm looking for right now. So again, the short here yesterday stopped out at break even, and then again when you took the reverse side, we did get the full Harry Potter target, but it didn't kick in until late and actually early morning. This was a 3 o'clock entry. You would have been able to go back up and get your 1 to 3 on the top. So right now, kind of looking for break of 71.16. If it starts rolling, I wish this didn't have this. I wish it didn't base below that level, right? If this wouldn't have based here, I'm just concerned about this little small level right there as being kind of what holds back the Harry Potter. Now, if it drops in here, bases in here, and pulls back up again, then yeah, that could be a good qualification um, for that one. If it comes down and uses this level, which is kind of what I think it probably is going to do, that could and again, depending on how far we pierce, that could be the nice little run, and at least until probably here where we have buyers, because there's not a whole lot there down. So could be a nice little setup right there as far as the Aussie dollar goes. Aussie yen. All right. So we were looking for Aussie yen to roll over. Again, we had the touches, we had the base below. It's like, yep, no, no. We were looking for 81.50, and I mentioned it yesterday. Yesterday morning, we're sitting kind of in this level. We're like, yeah, we're kind of there now, but I really like the 81 or the 82.51 better. 81.15, it's still there. I mean, you can see we use this top, and then base on the top, and then came in, and peaked its head, came through. So it's not a level we don't really need it anymore. It's not strong enough for us to use for really a Harry Potter in either direction at this point. I'm still keeping the 81.50, 15. Downwise, we do have the Harry Potter. Let's see where potential retracements would be if any of them line up for us. Yeah, the 50 has one right here. So yeah, it looks like downside target. We'd be looking for this level right here at the 50. And again, there is your zone. Yeah, it's based off the top of the green body right here, right? So I think right now, target wise, we look for that to be our target on the downside for this one. I really wish we would have hit up top. It was a really, really clean trade from the top side. Um, but I would say this is a target more than it is an entry. The reason why I say that is because the test of it pushed it literally like 99 or not 99, but probably like 95% of the way through. So it's really more of a target. I'd like to see what it does here. If it does base and start go through, there could be a short opportunity in there because it is a 50. You are going to have our artificial buyers coming into the market. It is one, but again, what I'm seeing is it's already pushed it right here. Make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see too. It's literally gone to the very, very end. Actually, there's the zone. So the reality is, I mean, this is the only untested piece right there. That's the only untested part in that little group, and it's right beyond the 50. So I think it'll be a little bit of a trap. Hold on. Why is my phone going off? Um, okay, it wasn't Melissa. Just making sure. I was like, oh God. Um, all right. All right. A little coffee. Kip keeps looking at my coffee and he keeps trying to grab for it. I'm like, no, no, no. No, 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 no. All right. So yeah, target not necessarily an entry. I think this could be a little bit of a trap for fib traders. If we are able to break through and kind of base below it, look for a pullback and look for a short on this one. Again, next targets will probably be down here at the 80-88 level. You guys can see right here, right? But again, also another level that was kind of the pullback was pretty deep into that level, so we may even get lower on this one. So we'll see. There's plenty of Aussie news out there. Euro pound. I mean, we were sitting right here yesterday. There's a 9:30. Here's 10 o'clock. We're basically at the same exact spot. It's pretty much dead on. Yeah, -7 pips in 24 hours. So a little bit of down, a little bit up. We're still kind of just following that group. I'm assuming. Let's see. I bet you we're probably in a squeeze. Yeah. See the squeeze in here. So yeah, we got a little bit of movement, and then from where we were yesterday, we were kind of it was big, and then literally came in, and that's where we got the squeeze. So we're not really seeing a lot of action in this one. Tomorrow we should have a bit more, but it's going to be bang bang right after each other. So you know, yeah, still got an alert for 8304. I think we're good for that. Euro yen. So we were hoping Euro yen was going to be down here by tomorrow. We're still just going sideways. Yesterday we were sitting right here. We're a total of what? Let's see. Let's grab the 9:30 candle. 9:30 open and close was right here, and we are 10 pips off. So not really trending. You can see that this yellow area again based in, came back up, touched it, based in, kind of went through, peaked out the top, peaked out the bottom, peaked out the top, peaked out the bottom, peaked out the top, peaked out the bottom. Not really necessarily a level that we need to watch out for anymore. It's been a magnet, but we don't need the magnet anymore. Um, yeah, right now there's no trend. Euro yen just doesn't have a lot. I would say that it kind of pushes lower. This is an okay area. I mean, it's a drop based drop. It's all right there. Am I super excited about this one? No. I was kind of hoping we would just continue the grind down yesterday for tomorrow's release. We're not getting it right now, but any of these levels on the 30-minute for tomorrow morning, I think will be decent for a long. Okay, now Melissa is messaging me. Hold on. Uh, okay. Um, so yeah, it's it's there. Wanted to grind down. Think it's a great long opportunity, but I don't see anything on it today. So again, there's war in Europe, and you can see it's not even doing anything. It's funny. Um, yeah. All right, euro dollar. So euro dollar. We talked about this 1300. The 11300 would be good, right? The 113. It ended up slicing through with no issues. It actually went a little bit higher into kind of this level of basing. It wasn't the situation we mentioned that it getting up there. That there wasn't really anything stopping it, and it did. It hit, and it's pulling back right now. It's just 5 pips above. Um, I think 113.58 is what we need to watch out for. I still think that's good. You can see the dotted line from yesterday. So again, target hit. 113 is there. We're good. Um, as of right now, is there much more to do with it? Not really. I mean, we're seeing the dollar trader come in. I mean, it was dollar weakness, and now we're seeing dollar strength come in. So, it probably comes back down and probably lays itself on that level. Uh, we can mark that level off. Let me see. How far is it? I don't know. It's 30 pips away. We definitely can overcome that 30 pips today. Yeah, buddy. Oh, here, go to this leg. There we go, buddy. Um, I don't know if I like it for long. Let's see. Let's run a fib and see if there's a decent level that I'm not seeing right here. You don't like this one either? Okay. Yeah, you can see at the fib level there is a bit of a. Hold on. He was doing good for a while. um, there's a level there. I don't really love it. I mean, we can mark it off and put it in yellow. I think these are the two downside targets right now for this one. I'd like to see what it does. I'd like to see what it does here. But if we break through, maybe there's a short trade in here. I just not in love with this one. Like I said, no real super explosive levels on there. Um, Again, it didn't really turn off any amazing levels, right? I mean, it blew through you can see, here's the 50. It blew through the 50 like nothing, right? And again, we were using that as more of a target than anything else. So, it's all right. Not super excited about this one. I think if anything, we take it on the downside. Like I said, the big dot. What they say tomorrow, I think, is going to be extremely impactful for this one. So, I'd like to see where we are a bit closer. Pound yen, let's see if we get a better situation. There's your pound yen from yesterday, right? We just hit it again. So yesterday morning, 9 o'clock here. Here was our 10:30. So we talked about a 10:30 reversal on this one. So had you guys been here for yesterday morning, 12:30, it is out. It came back up and grabbed it again, and now it's pretty deep in there again. Um, I it's still level. It's having a hard time piercing in. This actual pierce is the farthest pierce in there yet. Um, I'd just be cautious with it. I don't know that I would continue to take that as a short area, that 155.20. Hmm. I don't like any of these bottoms. I was trying to see if I could find a bottom for a buy tomorrow, but there's not really. Hmm. Hmm. If what I don't like about this is we've hit here, we've hit here, we've hit here, we've done a bunch of basing up here. We hit again and again. This kind of dropped down because of the yen. Um, it- it's clean. It's clean to there. So it hasn't even made a 50% pierce in there yet. I would have to see its approach back in. This is a decent approach. There was no true basing in it, but I would definitely be cautious with it. And again, European session open there down. That was a great trade. Didn't make it a 1 to 3, but it kind of went back up and gave us another entry. So I'd be cautious. Unfortunately, on this one, what I'd really love to do is I'd love to find an area to go long for tomorrow morning's news. Right, this bank rate right here. We know they're raising it, and again, if we drive down from now till then, there could be a potential buy. And there's two levels. There's one here, although I don't love the level. It's been hit a few times. Right, it's not bad. There's one just a little bit below it as well, right here, which again has been tested, and we had a spike. I'm wondering if that's going to be kind of the better one. Like if we take a news-based trade right here, right? Right now, it's like, I mean, we've already had the push off. It's already moved for this morning. There's just not a lot going on already. It's too late to enter the short trade. And do we find, what level do we find what the buyers at? Um, eh, eh, I wish I had something better for this one. I just don't. Just that level from yesterday. But you guys should already been in and out. Um, Pound dollar. So this one, tagged it long, and again, this is what we were talking about yesterday. We hit it again. There's the basing right below. Look at it, literally on the alert. One candle base, 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 and it's technically profitable right now. But whenever you're basing like this, it's building up orders to go higher. So again, probably another stop out for break even. Yesterday we had the one long, and then we were unable to get the reversal back, stop out at break even, which is going to happen. It is what it is. Again, nothing works all the time. And again, look at the number of hits, 1, 2, 3. And I even mentioned it yesterday that this would be hit number 4, and we're positive, but be cautious, because we had hit the thing so many times, and that's how it worked. And then what did it do? It gave us a Harry Potter. Came up, based in 2 candles, came back, pulled, and went. So um, that's what happens. I mean, that's what happens when you have this many hits. Um, where can we take this one? You can see it came up and it grabbed the level here, right? It got front run on that level. Looks like by a little bit. Um, I'd say for right now, I mean, I would also like to get, again, we already know they're going to raise interest rates. If they don't, this is going to be a huge collapsing pair tomorrow. Do I want to use this level here? Not really. You know why? And again, I'll take this long off. Do I need this now? No. Because it chopped through and created this, it actually formed a new level. There's not like a good like Harry Potter based trade there. There's no continuation pattern when we break through and violate a level, because unfortunately it took so many attempts to go through. It came up and then went down. It came up, it went down. It came up, it went down again and closed here. It went up in the zone again, came all the way down here again, came up and then here. And this was all out of that zone still. There's no clean. If it was like this, it would be a great trade. So I would say, if anything, there's probably something small in here to take a short. I don't know if it's going to be. Let's see. No, it's going to be long. Yeah, 1 at 2.9, 3.0 is right there. It's a little deep. It's a little deep in that one. So, today I would say, I mean, I'm definitely bearish. I'm definitely bearish today. The only buying out, and I don't even love it. I mean, I already know what caused it to go through here. Um, I don't know, maybe for news tomorrow. I'm kind of looking for levels, how to trade this tomorrow for news. Vertical, yeah, right there. Kind of looking to see where we're at. It is really, I mean, right now again, there's nothing. There's nothing even close to this one. So it's this dotted line I'm focusing on right now. So yeah, I would say bearish today. Dollar strength rolling back in again. They beat it up, and now it's the turnover time. I think either of these levels would be great for news tomorrow. Dollar CAD. So dollar CAD pulled away from that level. Love it. I think it's great. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, and this is 4. Pushed it to the brink. That's perfect. I'm awesome with that. The other thing that it also did for us is it gave us kind of a new level of basing in here to here, right? So we can actually shrink this one and make this one even a little bit easier of a trade. It is now a 12 pip stop loss, which brings this one higher, which is awesome, right? And now we're actually going to throw an alert on this one, and I want to know the next time it comes through, right? I don't know if you guys saw it, by the way. Use the cash short. Whoops. I don't know if you guys saw my post. The reason why I guess Discord updated the terms and services, and that's why the alert didn't come through. The guy had to update. The guy had to update his thing. Right? He had to update the bot. That's why. I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, it's not working. It worked Friday. He's like, yeah, they updated terms and services. I have to update it. I don't know. Like I said, I've never seen it happen like that before, but I do know that they do update terms and services. So I also talked to him about getting, instead of having to use an external bot, actually just owning the bot myself. So my question is, if I own the bot itself and they update the terms and services, is it going to kill the bot? And then do I have to program it, or will he support it and reprogram it again for me? So I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, if we can get below 126.49, I think we have a decent short here. Look for 126.12 on the downside. Nice little, 30 pip runner? Almost 40 pips? 30 pips, 36. So I'm ready for that one. I think that one comes through, but I love the fact that it based here, gave us a new level of risk. Totally good with that. 12 pips is much better than what was at 20. So Dollar Swiss. Dollar Swiss continuing to grind down. We were looking for 91.70. We didn't get there yet. It gave us a little bit of a pullback, which is fine. We're still in this kind of down channel. If you really want to make this one look fancy, parallel channel right there. So still rolling through. Still got some space to go. Yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, still wait and see. Like I said, if you're still short this one, good job. There's no reason to get long this one yet. We'll see if we're able to break through. This one in 24 hours. Where are we at now? Minus 30. Yeah, so it's continuing to grind. It's just continuing to grind to the downside, and I think keep it. I mean, it's down 0.15%, so nothing screaming, right? Now this one. So we talked about it coming through, and we formed a little base here, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 based on top of it. It did pull down and give us a Harry Potter. And again, we were a little bit cautious with this one because we knew we had this level sitting right here. But we knew we had the base at the 50. And it's like, oh, God, right? There's the initial trap. Then it came through again. There's the trap break above 50 again. And it eventually ended up breaking through. Now, it didn't give us a break on the other side, so this was one of the ones we didn't set an alert for. It came down. The profit target got hit from yesterday's trade, from the trade setup from Monday. We absolutely, without a doubt, obliterated that one. I'm actually going to enable this alert again, just because I do like the level and I like the fact that it's pulled so far away right now. But you can see the 50. I mean, it gave a little, two tiny little entries here, same thing, and then it became a bottom. 61 didn't. It held for one attempt and then broke. I think at this point, this continues to deteriorate back to the downside. So I'm not really concerned about any of the other ones. What I am looking for, though, is where a potential buying opportunity for this one could be. I think if we mark off the extreme range, which is fine, we got a lot of room to run for this one to the downside. It's about 60 pips. It's more than a daily ATR, so it should take a little while to get there. And it's got so much to chop through. I mean, this is a pretty clean run down, but then we get into kind of a mini level right here. We got another mini level sitting down here. There could be a case made about this base right here because there was a nice pop out of it. But you can see we're starting to get into a lot of traffic. Actually, there's another little level right here, right? Came through and then pop and then kind of two little touches. So there's a lot of potholes from here down that we need to kind of watch out for. So I don't know. I like it short. I don't think I'm willing to get long to it until we get all the way back down again. If you are short on this one, I think it's still fine. Again, we mentioned that yesterday that we look for this area. It's decent level, but it's going to be a trap. And again, that's all it was a trap. The dollar yen is very, very tricky to play right now, just because of are they raising? Are they not raising? Is it good? Is it bad? What is it? So yeah, looking at the cryptos. Cryptos are not having a good morning. Right? Not having a good morning. And again, chopping back and forth a lot. We drew this yesterday talking about, hey, listen, if we can break through this old level, again, base, look for a short, and it's working out pretty well now. If you guys are short this one, I know some of you are trading these. Again, your target's a little bit lower down here. What price tag is that? 37, 154. So Ethereum getting beat up even worse, and it did the same thing. You had this level, and this one's a little bit choppier. It's not as clean. I mean, you have a level here, but there's also a nice little basing level right here. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam! It just got sliced through, and all it's doing now is running into the buyers in this level. So this one never gave us a pullback. So I will say this again: I'm not in Ethereum trading, but if this was just any other chart, I would be looking for a short right here. If you guys are looking at this, right? Um, that's a 1 to 3.78. 1 to 3 is right there. So any other chart, I'd be looking at this one as a short opportunity. Okay, so we'll throw that out there. Doji also taking it on the chops this morning. Again, coming back down, finding buyers. How about this as far as technical goes? There's your base. Look at that, all the way back down and bounced right off of it. So let's jump over to, I guess we'll start the indices. So talked about a parabolic move this morning. Again, we got a parabolic move up and a complete retracement already. Let's see, Europeans, let's mark off their session. There to there, and again, straight up and straight back down again. Let's see, 14. I'm going to put it there. This should be orange. I don't know why I changed it. So, not surprised. Parabolic move up, and then boom, parabolic move back down again. So, very, very fast. I would like to see this find a base. I threw the $90 target. I was hoping that we were going to just do a little bit of a pullback, and then the U.S. trader would get in and then spike it. It's one of those things. I mean, think about what we have going on scenario wise. I mean, this is pulling back. Yeah. So many people got in. And again, this is just profit taking. Everybody's trying to get out on profit on that one. But I mean, even it says right here, oil rises to a new 7-year high after OPEC Plus declines to alter its form. So we know that things are moving. I'm assuming right now what's probably causing this decline is most likely this, right? Look at this. Iran oil ready to supply the oil markets, right? Oh, here is this. U.S. should remove sanctions to help oil prices. You see what they're doing here? Hey guys, it's at $90 a barrel. We'll definitely help you. We'll help you out, buddy. Right? There's a reason why they have sanctions on Iran. But you see how yeah, go canceling the pipeline. Right? Now we are so reliant upon oil from the Middle East because we don't have the pipeline, which would have made it super, super easy for us to get more oil. Now Iran's like, hey, you can remove our sanctions. We'll gladly sell you some more oil. You see how you have to sell your ideals out when you have less options? Way to go, Team Biden. So I'd say watch oil. I think oil has a chance to rebound. With it falling this fast, though, again, I think a lot of this is it's trying to provide a buying opportunity. Question has been so volatile. We do have a little bit of a hole, but we got about 15 minutes. I was trying to look to see if kind of halted, but it kind of did it at 10 o'clock. It's a little bit early for price to stabilize itself. Um, it's kind of pulled back in, but I don't really love the level. Right? It's kind of what we're bouncing off of. But again, 1, 2, 3. I mean, these two are better. It's kind of what we're bouncing off of. Right now, it's kind of looking like more of a long opportunity, right? And we'll have to come back to this one and check this one out. Natural gas. Okay. I don't need a 5-minute. I could do a 30 on that one, and it looks just fine. There's the European market. Absolutely zero surprise. Yesterday we talked about this. I was really looking to get long 440. I talked about it being higher. Everything in Europe, it makes complete sense. Yeah, I mean, again, the U.S. talking about selling people oil. I mean, send it or gas. Yeah, it is. This is a purely fundamental play right now. This is not a technical based play. It did chop through, and it's amazing how well that gap level held here, 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 and here. 3 ascending wicks. Really wanted this one to drop yesterday because I really wanted to figure out a place to get this one long. And again, it's been a huge, huge mover. Great, great run, great run. I don't think it's over yet because I'll tell you right now, if it does come to the point where we send more troops to the border, or Russia says, you know what, you're sending troops, great, we need to send more troops as well because you have too many now. And again, don't put it past Russia, right, to do that. Saying, hey, listen, for our own security, we need to defend ourselves. That will also probably jack the price of natural gas. And, you know, the groundhog just saw a shadow. So, you know what that means, right? I mean, groundhog saw a shadow. It's going to be a colder winter. So, I don't know. Natural gas, look for longs. Just be cautious with this one. I'm not really. There are obviously cells up here, but it looks like the first clean cell. Whoops. Last time we've actually officially seen them. Yeah, you can see there's a gap up there actually. Here, let's mark off the gap. I don't need purple. Let's change this to red. Let's change this back down to a normal size color. Right there. 544. So I would base in there may give us a pullback opportunity, but right now, if you're short, I feel bad for you. Um, Again, from yesterday morning, we talked about, hey, listen, if you can find an area to buy, get in, and it's been straight up, so not bad. Gold's going to chop back and forth. Said very very hard to be a gold trader right now. I think any opportunity to get short gold, I think is a great is a good thing. I think once the interest rate today, obviously the news would provide a pop. Why? Because like, oh my God, we're losing jobs. You can't crush the economy. You can't raise interest rates. People are losing jobs, right? I don't know. Earnings are getting blown out of the water. So I think finding a short in here, um, there's the top side of it. You know, looks like the base is not going to be our thing, but um, yeah. I mean, look, we could do actually we can do this too. There you go. Question is actually, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with this one because I need to waste a little bit of time. Let me throw. Let's see. Let's say on the 5 minute. No, I just want the Bollinger Band. There we go. Change this one to black. I'm trying to see if I get the. I'm trying to see. I was trying to look for the squeeze. Is what I was trying to look for. I can do it on a 15 minute. It's fine. You can see. Look at this. Even on the 15 minute, look at all the wicks in here. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for the squeeze on it. It's okay. It's not as big as it should be though. Yeah, there's your squeeze. Close. Yeah, I'd assume it would be a little bit more of a squeeze. But man, look at that. Even on like a 30 minute, it's ugly as anything. And then look at this. Even on a 5 minute, like what is this? Like just talk about ugly, right? Super ugly. It's such an ugly pair. Look at this. Like we talk about hairy. Look at that. Is that not the definition of hairy? So ugly. God, that's so bad. Go to silver. See if silver can provide any more clear insight into something that's worth trading. Not so much. I mean, it's still going sideways. There's a 30 minute on silver. So we still have we don't have an alert set for it, but 2196 is an area we're looking to get short. There probably will be a little bit of a bounce coming through. Again, this is the bottom side of the fib, kind of the extreme range in here. It is tested one time, so look for it to come down and bounce off of 2226. Right there. Again, nothing great. Staten Island Chuck did not see his shadow, so I'm going with him. Debbie. Staten Island Chuck. Oh. There's a reason why you didn't get a ticket, Debbie. Stream Elements was like, no. Staten Island Chuck. He didn't see his shadow, Debbie, because pollution. It's called pollution, Debbie. Smog. The sun can't get through. Pollution doesn't count. It only works when there's no pollution. I'll go with Pennsylvania. All their pollution goes into New York, Staten Island. Um, all right, let's see if oil's slowing down a little bit. Uh, maybe, maybe it looks like it's a little bit better. Yeah, there's a little bit more stabilization in there. Looks like it's doing a little bit better. Yeah, it's not stabilized yet. There's the stabilization, but 10 is too early. We kind of need it to hold for the next 10 minutes. We can hold this level in the next 10 minutes. That's not a horrible long. Again, it would be a long up to probably back up to the 88.50. The 88.50 is from something before, but that's actually would not be a bad target. That wouldn't be a bad target for this long. That wouldn't be bad. We'll see. We need to hold. But I'm liking how it's looking right now. This is decent. This is decent. This is decent for a long. Oh, don't leave already. 1 to 3 is right there. That's 1 to 3.1. So yeah, we got the room to the top side. Let's go check out the indices real quick. So VIX is obviously down. Right? I don't need the 1 minute VIX. I can do the 15 minute VIX. It's just fine. Up a little bit, down a little bit. Not a big deal. Let's check out these. So it's close. It's the entry is not there yet. We're looking for a break. It did pull back to a level, but you can see the 930 candle. This was a level that we had talked about. Looking more for a break to kind of take over this Harry Potter. Don't have the entry into it yet, but I like the fact that it's basing in there. So this is definitely one that you could be looking out for. Let's do the next break right there. Let's see. Yeah, short. There we go. And again, that's a break of 45.46. We just talked about this in the other session. Again, trying to take over this Harry Potter. Right now, it's really just kind of stuck in the middle. Everyone's like, wait, what are you doing? Are we going up? Are we going down? It's really just stuck. Harbor news. And we were like, no. Don't do anything. It's totally flat. Let's see, NQ. What have we got with NQ? Yeah, NQ took that fall. And again, this was a level from yesterday, the 15,250. Loved it because it was more psychological than anything else. But again, rolling all the way back down again. This one should go, let's see, this one target-wise should go down to probably that level here. But again, it's doing really, the opening we had, the first candle dropped us down, and now we're just stuck. We had one spike down, one spike up, and we're in the same exact spot. So again, if we don't get this reversal in the next 9 minutes for this one, look for this to come down, and I would have targets down here at, 14,886, right? How did you make the gold chart look hairy? Did you attach volume? No, that's price action. This is just how it's formed. I didn't do anything when whatever I do, like, so if I on trading view, Carol, if I throw, say, Bollinger Bands on here, whoops, if I throw Bollinger Bands on here, whatever I do to this chart, it happens to all the other ones. So if I go to oil, if I go to Apple, if I go to natural gas, any of the other ones, it automatically puts them on all the other candles. So I didn't do anything to it. That's just what it looks like. That's why I said that this is just such an ugly chart right now to trade, because you can see it's more wick than it is body. So that's why it's, quote, a hairy chart. Yeah, that's why I said it's just garbage right now to trade. Like, there's nothing to pull from this. This is literally just, again, people are like, what do we do with it? I don't even know. So yeah, it's not worth trading. Look at this. I mean, again, this is some of the overnight, but even right now, right? This is what we dealt with all morning, right? This was yesterday. It's all wicks. So it's just not worth trading. YM. YM is also in that same, and that's good. It's nice that it came down at 930. It spiked up, came down, hit it, and spiked again, hit it, and again. Love this one. This is another one of those ones where I think we have a potential short trade coming in here. I'd like to see a pullback in this one though, but again, we got plenty of room to run back down. 1 to 3 is, I mean, we're good. 1 to 3 is right in there, so we're fine on that one. We can set horizontal line. It's going to be somewhere in there. Let's see. YM short. So there's a little wick over wick there, which not my favorite, but I do like that we hit it again. So that's what, 1, 2. We got our 4 hits. So yeah, I mean, just come up in there and base. So This is an if this then that, and again, Russell obviously getting slaughtered. Again, Russell gave us this. I mentioned, hey, listen, it's not probably the best idea at a session open to be able to take this one. And again, perfect example. Gave us the Harry Potter, but it's at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 7:45. Right here is when news is coming in. It's like, listen, it struggled to go higher at news. Get yourself out. Should have been a stop out at break even on this one, which again, totally fine. Good with that one. We don't need this alert anymore. Let's take that alert out. Let's adjust. At this point, we've retraced this, so I can take this out. Do I want to? It did base in it right there. We'll take it out. Let's just draw the other way. Let's go through. All right, let's see here. So we actually, it is interesting. We do have something actually sitting around the 50. It is a little bit of a front run though on the 50. So that could definitely be a level we watch out for. Right now, what I would say is if you are short, which you should be, right? You should be short at this point. That would be a target down here at 1983. You may say, well, why would I have been short? Well, there was the top, there was the test, there was the pull down, and there was your pullback. So at 9:30 this morning for the open, this would have been a live setup for you guys. Right? So we have one out of the four. Actually, did ES do it? ES did not do it. NQ did not do it. YM did not do it. Right? I mean, I guess you could have gotten long, I guess, from it, but that was one that I wouldn't have taken it. I guess you could have, but I would not have taken it. Russell's the only one that actually had the pullback into a level. So 1 for 4 on actual entries today on this one. And again, you were well outside at this point. The 1 to 3 to the downside. And again, there's your 15-minute, setup. That's 1 3.3. So we're well past. All right, stuff is beeping. What's going off? ES. So ES is now punched through again. I need a little bit more of a Harry Potter, but yeah. So this one is kind of there. All right, come on. We need the little bit of space in it. So we'll see. Let's get the space. Doesn't appear to be reversing, and again, I'm looking for this one to go short. All right, let's switch back over to oil. All right, so, oh, man, oil is trying its best. Oops, not 3 minute. 1 minute is fine. It appears it's trying to hold. It's trying to hold on that line. It's holding. It's holding. We'll see. It's set up more for long right now. So, let's see. Let's get this ready. We're gonna hold up and see what this one. Here we go. Russia will increase its oil output by 100,000 in March. Huh. Interesting. So OPEC Plus said that they are going to hold, but Novak says Russia's compliance to OPEC Plus deal is close to 100%. Huh. Interesting. Now, I do know that I've heard this from multiple sources that Russia is going to have a very difficult time increasing supply. Now, them saying that they're going to do 100,000 barrels, I think that they're almost at their peak. The question is, are they saying this and will they actually do it or not? And again, this goes back into, and in reality, yeah, this kind of matters that they're going to increase it. It does kind of hurt supply. Oh, wait, there's going to be more out there. But the fact that they're having, they're staying with the compliance, it's kind of a headline saying, yeah, we're going to produce more. But at the same time, we're not producing more in addition to what OPEC Plus just agreed, which they had already planned on 100,000 barrels or 400,000 barrels. So supposedly, if they're in 100% compliance, this is already baked into the number. The question is, does this put them, if they get sanctions, does this put them more exposure? Because remember, the easiest way to put sanctions, especially for a country that produces oil, is to just block their oil. Kind of like Iran's like, hey, you can remove the sanctions. We'll give you oil. You want oil? We'll give you some oil. Right? So interesting. It's like, hey, listen, how are you going to increase your output, but you're staying in full compliance, but they're only increasing by 400,000? Is somebody producing less? So yeah. I love this. Iran, we're gonna do supply. We're gonna give it to you in the fastest time. If you remove it, we're gonna give it to you, right? So interesting. All right, so let's. Yeah, Russia's in such a weird spot right now. I love this. The Iranian minister. We're ready to supply oil markets in fastest time. Something's lost in translation there a little bit, but all right. So we got 1 minute to go. See what this one is able to do here. See how it turns out. But interesting headline. The funniest part about this too is like this guy. If you look at him, like, is he telling the truth? Like, if you saw this guy on the stand, would you believe that he is telling the truth? No. This picture just looks like he's lying to you. Right? I just look at this guy and like he's absolutely feeding me a lie right now. Just look at his face. He's like, no, we are going to produce more oil in 100% compliance. You can trust me. Right? Right? I just think it's such a bad picture. Like, no, he just looks like he's lying. All right, let's see what we got. Come on. All right, let's go. Give it to me. What do we got? What do we got? How far off was the API report? I know you're here. Let's go. Oh, looks like it's dropped. Oh, is it dropping? Is it dropping? Is it dropping? Oh, there you go. One. Not quite as bad, right? It's not quite as bad, right? It could have been much, much worse. There's your spike up from it, right? Not quite as bad. So, yeah. Yeah. Not as bad. So, yeah, it could have, I think it could have definitely been much worse. So, but it'll be tempered. But yeah, so we're seeing it, you're seeing it pop. But all right. With that said, that's it for today. Sorry, no drawing, guys. We can't do the drawing. Unfortunately, I can't. Let's see. Let's see if it has fixed itself. The giveaways, login, Twitch. No, it's still saying my password doesn't exist. So I think Twitch is having login issues. And it's funny. I tried to get I was like, oh, give me another. Give me my send me my password, and I don't have an email there either. So not there. No, it's still I can't even get access to it right now. It's like asking me to log in using my Twitch ID, and when I'm using my Twitch ID, I can't. It's saying that it can't find it. So I don't know. Something going on with Twitch, I guess, or it actually may be Stream Elements. Maybe Stream Elements is having the problem. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. So, all right. With that said, I'm out of here. You guys have a good one. I'll catch you tomorrow. Take care.